A Storm of Swords by George R. R. Martin. The first part was The Steel Snow, and the second part is Blood and Gold. And I'm gonna keep, I can't keep both of them up here, so I'll keep holding Blood and Gold. I've always heard, like, this is the one. Of the Song of Ice and Fire, this is usually the one people say, that's the best one, that's amazing, that's the... And I do remember this. I mean, they got 2 seasons. They got 2 seasons of TV out of this one book. Should tell you all you know about. Yeah. Storm of Swords is everything as advertised. It builds. First of all, in fact, let's just go. One of the new POV. There are 2 main new POVs that we get in this one: Jaime Lannister and Samuel Tarly. Both are great. Samuel, fascinating, and it's great to see. He's a much different character than any of the other ones, and to see stuff from his perspective and that part of the the journey and getting into him a bit more and what he's going through. Really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. Jaime Lannister is the standout in many ways of the POVs. His story is fascinating. His arc over this one, amazing. Really, really enjoyed it. And getting into Jaime's head and discovering who this guy is. I wasn't surprised about that because I've heard people talk about it like that. Really enjoyed it. The amount of stuff that happens in this book. George swung for the fences, and yeah, it does pay off. It's insane. It's such a... And the twists and the turns and the tragedies and the heartaches. There's a famous scene from this book, right? That's famous one. It also became probably one of the most famous scenes in television history. It is one of the most famous scenes in television history. I don't want to say the name, but we all know what it is. If you can kind of guess. You can kind of guess. If you know the story, you kind of know which one I'm talking about. And I was like, yeah, I can't wait to get to that. And then when I got the closer I got to it, I was like, I don't want to, and now I don't want to get to this because I know what's going to happen, or kind of what's going to happen, partly what's going to happen, and yeah, it's gonna. And I'm thinking it's gonna, and yes, and it happened, and I survived it. But it was like the fact that the build up to that and how well it does, and the other stuff. It is everything, yeah. Now George R. R. Martin outdid himself here. And you could tell that even when you watch the TV show, where especially the second season went a lot different than A Clash of Kings. It feels like here they come a lot back to the story. Because they were like, but this stuff is, and it was written so well and so precise, and we wanted that. They stick a bit closer again to the story, even though there is a lot left out and stuff. As advertised. So, I would say after the first 2, and I haven't read that many, especially epic fantasy series. So at this point, like this one was, after the Clash of Kings, I would say it was firmly in my third spot, behind Lord of the Rings at number 2 and Malazan at number 1. Storm of Swords, and now I put it now above Lord of the Rings. I will say this is now my second favorite series. The characters, Hound, Arya, their storylines, stuff happening on that side. Happens to Sansa. Tyrion is so great. All the insane events. Oberyn Martell, finally meeting him. I'm not saying anything. I'm thinking of trying to say something new here. There's nothing I can say that probably hasn't. That's literally true. It's such an annoying thing because you hear it on Book all the time. But I don't think there is anything I can add. Except for, yes, this is that awesome. And there's a lot of, and there's some of the smaller stuff that I think they should, if they could have kept that in the show, that would have been so good. Ygritte, getting to meet Ygritte and listening. And the epilogue, man, when that epilogue finally happened, because I was waiting for that thing. I know this, and this is one of the things that the show left out. That's gonna be, and I like that. The battles, the fights, the twists and turns, the craziness, the madness. George R. R. Martin outdid himself. This is definitely one of the high marks of epic fantasy. Rarely, few books does it like this. Does it like this? This is like, yeah, this stands together with Lord of the Rings and Melisande at its peak. Like this is just exceptional, and yeah, all the crazy moving parts, and now it all fits in together and adds so much fun, craziness. And what I love here and the stuff like the show I had to kind of leave out, didn't have time, is like in some of the history and the reveals about stuff that happened back in the day and stuff. Really, really enjoyed it. No, this was wonderful and epic and everything it needed. What I was expecting, and it did not disappoint. Because this is one of those I went in. There's so much hype around this, and I've already seen TV show. And I'm like, no, it worked. It was amazing, crazy, and insane. And even though I know a lot of the stuff that was going to happen, still the way it happens, and fantastic, fantastic. I mean, epic fantasy. That's about as good as it gets.